I'm eating fish, so I will probably make a comment about that.
Well, that's on that part was
That's it.
recorded.
All right,
Yeah,
we're starting.
that's
Let's go. This is the video. Come on.
All right. Hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. I'm joined by the Fisherman Supreme.
You better don't do that. You should keep that fish part in. Where it just opens with me saying I'm eating fish. So.
But we're here with some Matchplay commentary for you guys. These were over at Sully's Abode, which is the local card shop we go to every Thursday for Digimon. Start about 6:30 p.m. every Thursday. We've got the new setup, new shop, so it's looking pretty fresh, I must say. You guys have been doing some great work, so feel free to check the shop out. They're a great place. I'll link their TCG player link down in the video description below. And if you're in the Chicagoland area, feel free to swing on by. They're located in Bolingbrook, Illinois, so we would love to have you. But we've got fresh 2.5 commentary for you guys. This is really exciting. You know, we've got a lot of just like fresh decks to like watch and commentate on, which from our perspective makes things a lot better than here we go purple hybrid. Here we go again.
Yeah.
So we're definitely pumped. Hopefully you guys are too. This week today, not this week, but today we've got Stack on the left playing the new Justimon build, which has got some new support this set. And Arby, who is bringing back Examon. This scares me because I remember the days of Arby coming to locals and just saying, "I win" with Examon.
With Exa, yeah.
Yeah. So, it's neat. You know, it's got some new support, and I'm interested to see how it plays out. I'm not too familiar with either deck, so we will definitely work our way into it as best we can. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's hop right into the round over here.
Yeah, so we're using the webcams. We don't have our usual like nicer cams like on the mount. So apologies if the card quality is a little bit harder to read. It should be fine though.
I think it should be fine. Yeah.
It looks okay to me so far. So we were talking about a lot of stuff. Because we were talking about like Examon builds and like what like some stuff it could do. Same thing with like Justy too. We're talking about like how Justy kind of needs like a memory set or tamer. Like it needs a Rio that memory sets and stuff.
Yeah.
But we were talking. I'm just like I think Genai kind of goes crazy in Exa.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it works the same way like the like Sovereign Aces kind of worked, where you just like leave a 5 in the back, promote it. And then, well, like after your opponent like does their swing, Genai, promote it, and then do your thing. He's not running it right now, but I'm just theory crafting. But anyways,
yeah,
to the match.
Arby just got some searching with it. Exa did a chip, hit I believe that's a hover SB. Stack is just setting up in the back. He's got 2 Rios out on board, which is really good. This fella is the new one, I believe. So it's start a main. Yeah. I believe you place an option card with device in hand in battle area, which is what he's doing right now to draw a card. So it looks like we're doing both to draw 2, and then main phase when I'm just pulling it right now. Suspend this tamer, trash 4 of your option cards with the device trait in the battle area. You can play a Cybermon from hand or trash, which is pretty gas.
Yeah, it reads on paper being pretty gas, but the reality is it's kind of slow.
I was about to say you kind of need to have all that stuff set up.
It's before you so annoying. Anything. It's so annoying that the start of your main phase doesn't get you draw and gain 1. You should have gained 1 memory as well, I think.
Sure.
They should have made him a 4-cost tamer that draws 1 and gains 1 memory when you place an option in your battle area. Because the thing is that realistically, Justy has no archetype things that help it really gain memory.
Right.
And it's stuck trying like it cheats memory with the device stuff, but the devices aren't impactful enough to like make a difference.
Right. Sorry,
I'm hiccuping because I'm eating too fast.
So Arby is just kind of mulling what he wants to do here. He's got the new Cordramon, which has jamming during his turn. And then when you play a green Digimon with Draco or Exa, you can Digivolve into a Wingdra for reduced cost of 2. So it looks like we'll just go ahead and Evo into the, I believe Groundra.
Yeah, that's the Groundramon from the new set, which on Evo suspends one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers, and then one of the Digimon or Tamers cannot unsuspend till the end of their turn. And then all turns, he also is treated as a level 6 Breakdramon for Examon's DNA Digivolution, which does apply to Ace Evos
right now.
DNA Ace. Yeah.
So Stack decides to just get some chip in with both of the Huguru X's. We'll go ahead and play out, looks like a Cyberdramon.
Yeah.
We'll go
Has
ahead,
collision.
have collision, force it to block, so it does clear Arby stack, which is pretty good.
Yeah. So Stack's like getting some early aggression in there, and that's one thing. Like you can get some like early burst aggression with Justy pretty good. It's just playing into the long game because the deck does not set itself up continuously very well.
Sure.
You kind of like you have your big turn with popping your devices and playing out your stuff and doing everything, and you can try and like get a lot of bongo bucks out of it, but it's tough. So
for those
hard
of
drops
you,
to ground draw.
yeah,
and,
for those of you who
lock
are
start.
wondering why like Stack was able to swing with Cyber Draw, it does have Rush.
Yeah.
So it was able to kind of do those shenanigans there. We go Cyberdra X, which is pretty decent. You can go ahead, place an option card with device. So Stack is setting up his devices once again. And then you can trash to de-digivolve 2, which doesn't happen right now because Arby doesn't have anything to de-digivolve. But the inheritable for Cyberdra X is pretty good, I believe, right? You can like trash top card of security if you trash a pawn.
You trash an option, not a
trash
pawn,
an
but
option.
yeah. You can't trash pawn. I mean, you can. You're not wrong.
All of a sudden, I started playing chess. What the heck?
So he'll go into the new Slayer Dramon here. The new Slayer Dramon is actually really good. So it trashes 3 Digivolution cards from the bottom of your opponent's Digimon. And then after trashing, it goes ahead and deletes something with no sources.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So I was talking with Arby and we were saying like the new level 6s for Exa are honestly pretty gas. Like their inheritables are good. They they give extra protection and everything. Their on Evo effects are both pretty good as well. You have piercing off the Slayer. Breakdra has blocker. Breakdra can also trash security. And Slayerdra can restand when security X removed from. So
honestly, I just feel like the top ends for Exa can just become like, for example, if Mirage does get hit, I could easily see Galaxy just slotting in some of the new Exa stuff.
You know what? We need to have a sit down.
I don't plan on doing it. I'm lying to you. I plan on doing it.
The fact that we're sitting here looking at Examon versus Justy, and you're like, oh yeah, I could run the blue and red cards in Galaxy. That's the first thing my brain thinks of when I see these cards is Galaxy. It shows a problem. Okay? Right? It's indicative of a larger issue.
Time to check into Mirage Anonymous.
So Arby draws for turn. He's trying to figure out what he wants to do. That Cyberdra Ace that's kind of tasty actually. That's pretty edible.
Pretty ripe for the picking right now.
Yeah. Arby's trying to decide what he wants to do. We were talking we're like, the thing with the decks now is like you basically have to run like 12 top end cards because you have to run like 4 of your level 7 and then like 4 of each level 6.
Yeah.
To do. I was saying the same thing with Excel where I'm like, honestly, I cut out my BT16 Chaos tonight and put in a Medieval Gallant. So I was like, sure, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Terrible decision. I shouldn't have done it. I wish I had another Chaos Mon in there so bad. There were so many times where I'm like, I just need a Chaos Mon. I just need to be able to DNA right now. I can't do it. And it was painful.
So Arby passes turn by going into the EX3 Slayer. This one, start of opponent's main phase. I believe you force it to swing, so we kind of bait the swing out there. Arby is going to be able to now blast Evo into Exa Ace. We'll go ahead and bot deck the Ace because there's no source.
Yep, and we
steal turn off that. Steal turn.
Which is pretty good. I mean, that's really good to force the Ace to swing to get the turn.
Yeah.
So we'll swing, do a check, and unsuspend. We do not have the extra sec +1 that we get from the new Wingdramon, unfortunately.
I will say, like, with all the as RB goes into another breakthrough here, Groundra, the Exa Ace, it has all the keywords you could ask for, right? Raid, piercing, blocker, evade, yada yada. I just felt like, and then you go into this one Digivolve or the like all turns effect of like when any Digimon suspends, you can unsuspend. It's like it just feels so underwhelming compared to all the keywords that it does. Not to say that it's like a bad effect, like it's like classic Exa stuff, right? But, like it just feels like
The card honestly is really cracked. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, it's really good. I think it's crazy.
Examon Ace is phenomenal. I think that Examon suffers from DNA strategy shenanigans that most DNA decks do. Is that they oftentimes with modern strategies just end up costing too much memory to get their effects off, and sometimes it just doesn't work with how many protections are around. Like the reason like Imperial does so well is because it uses tamer effects, which a lot of things don't have protection from.
Right.
Right. It also is it's super memory efficient with gaining memory everywhere it goes. But no other DNA deck really like has that type of efficiency.
Well, I think it's the champions, right? The fact that XV and Sting can give you a memory on
That
top
and
of the
Daikin
tamers
also
giving
giving you a
you.
memory.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you get reduced evo costs and like comeback potential and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, it's Exa Ace is honestly a really powerful card. It doesn't control board super well past the turn that it hits the board, but it can do a lot of work the turn that it hits the board, right? And then past that, it's just a keyword monster that swings for big damage.
Well, again, I'm just saying, Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean you can.
Don't sound so.
Monster. I hope you get neutered on the 16th. I hope Galaxy is taken out back like Old Yeller and shot.
Oh God!
I'm sorry. That came from a place of anger and resentment. That's not me. That's not indicative of who I am. I apologize.
Oh man.
So Arby's got some decisions.
I'm ready to just cry on the 16th. Yeah, he's got some decisions. I mean, he could raid into and pierce. Well, I mean, you do have to be worried about the Justy Ace here now, because that is a live.
There you go. He has a token from the Guru X.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the Justy Ace doesn't really do much though.
No.
Like, it gets protection from Digimon effects, which doesn't save it from raid, and it wouldn't DP climb enough to matter.
Right. You end up just giving Arby free memory there.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
it's like,
You can raid and pierce very easily here and unsuspend.
Yeah.
And then just raid and pierce to the other thing and just leave yourself suspended if you wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, that's the good like board control aspect that Exa does have, right? Being able to like just punch things, and I believe when you pair that with some of the inheritables of like Groundra, I believe you can like trash security.
Yeah. The one thing you have to be careful of is the what was that? Queen's device that's on the board right now.
Right.
Yeah, Queen's device. If that gets trashed, because Justy will trash an option when it hits the board. It'll give minus 3k to his Exa, so he would be down to 12.
But you don't worry about that.
Well, no, he does worry about that right now because the Justy Ace would also be 12.
12 or 11?
It'd be 12 because of the Haguru that's in the sources right now, I believe. Or maybe not Haguru.
Sneaky
Maybe
little Haguru.
Actually, no, maybe he would still just be 11. I think that's a 1k DP boost to the bottom, but I could be wrong. I'm wrong. Never mind. That's a regular Haguru, so let's just reboot. Never mind. So no, he doesn't have to worry. He gets swings through it just fine.
Okay, looks like we are gonna crack the Jade memory boost, so Arby will go back up to 2. Debating what he wants to do here.
He can also just go into that new Slayer. No, you have to find a place to drop it somewhere.
Looks like he's debating a Cordra.
Yeah.
I mean, here I feel like you could do Cordra for 2, right? If you want to swing jamming, you go ahead swing the jamming. You could also just swing Exa first. Okay, so we will go ahead and go into...
That's the green-red Cordra.
Yeah.
So that one...
That one's gonna basically just have raid, and then we'll go into the Breakdra. Or Groundra, sorry.
Yeah. Go into the Groundramon. And we just gotta set up another ace play here.
Yeah. I think if you want to be safe, that's probably your best bet.
Yeah, I think Arby probably just doesn't know what Justy Ace does off top of his head, and there was no Justy Ace in the trash. So probably just playing safe, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Better to play safe.
Yeah. You play safe. You have an ace threat on board. You know, stack. The scary. Well, I wouldn't say scary, but it's just like he could potentially just go up into, you know, his top end and start doing some stuff, because Justy does have some capability of like the Digivolve. You've got the Exa Ace there that could be a target, but we end up going ahead and looks like stacks. Did he swing?
Yeah, he swung and then collision forced the block.
Yeah.
And then he was able to block with the Groundra, who has a DP boost from the Cordra, I believe.
Right.
And so he was
not big enough.
I guess he was bigger. Well, it should have been. Is that guy's 9k? What keeps the Groundra safe? The Groundra's only 7 base.
No, he's 9. He's 9 with the inheritable from the Cordra.
So they're both.
Oh no,
9?
that's a your turn. So what kept Arby stack alive is my question.
I don't know. Might have been a misplay, maybe. 'Cause I don't think there's any DP reduction anywhere.
Well, we're silly. Exa has blocker.
Oh, did he block with Exa?
Think so, and then he unsuspended with Exa.
Well, the grounder was suspended. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, that's why I was a little confused.
I guess
too.
if we looked away, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
We move on.
We move on.
We move on.
Anyways, Exa could have blocked it and been fine anyways.
Yeah.
And then we would have still trashed security because of the break Dramon, because whenever a Digimon is deleted on your opponent's side of the battle. I don't know if it's by battle specifically. I don't remember. I think it's
believe it's by
deleted in general.
I think it's by battle. I'm not sure. But Arby's
when any of
looking.
your opponent's Digimon
Mm-hmm.
with Dracomon or Examon in their text, delete your opponent's Digimon in battle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Delete.
So-
Oh no, deletes a suspended Digimon or Tamer in the inherited. Never mind. Doesn't trash security.
So we do unleash the Dragon Gene here, which will allow him to play out a card, I believe, with Draco or Exa. Reduce cost to 3, place in the battle area. So we go ahead and play a Wing Draw off of that. Wing Draw on play will pop a 6k or less. And then all turns, when anything leaves the battle area, you can go ahead and DNA Evo from Exa in hand. So he's got the stuff there, right? You just have to bank on having the Exa. I think Arby opted for like the patient route here, which is fair. Just kind of starve Stack of his resources, because now Stack's got nothing in raising. He's got his like devices on board, but just nothing actually on the field to do anything with. And Arby has an army of dragons ready to go. And yeah, it looks like Stack decides, yeah, let's just go next game. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, right? I mean, like, Exa definitely... Exa as a top end has a lot of neat things that it can do, both with the Ace as well as the, like, level 6 top ends. I think it still arguably will struggle a little bit from, like, typical Exa stuff, which is, like, either clunkiness, you know, or, like, not finding the right pieces, or, like, having to actually, like, work to get up there. Granted that Blast DNA is a little way to cheat getting into your Exa, and like having the taunt, having that option card as well also helps that out to a degree, but I still think it's, at the end of the day, still has that kind of fundamental Exa issue.
Yeah, it's I mean, admittedly the fives make it pretty good.
Yeah,
You make it a lot faster. I think more than anything for Exa, D-Digivolve is just what hurts it so much.
yeah.
There's a good chunk of that running around. It also, like, if you don't have the new Slayer Drone sources, you have no bounce protection or anything like that. And DP reduction is also a huge form of removal right now. And it does not climb, you know, it doesn't stay climb down your opponent's turn. It's only big on your turn. So it can be removed pretty, like, not, I wouldn't say easily, but fairly effectively.
Yep. So both players have a decent start. Stack goes ahead and gets a device out, goes into a Strike Draw, and then goes into a Cyber Draw. Cyber Draw has Rush. We'll go ahead and swing.
So he's using the device to say that Dracomon can't suspend, basically. So he's guaranteed to check. But he hits an extra ace out of security, so it just dies.
No.
And now the Dracomon's left on board. He probably should have just left the collision. I don't think I would have trashed the option there.
Sure. Corridor swings jamming, hits a Justy Ace. Looks like Arby's debating the option for 2, which we will do. Go ahead and play something out for reduced cost of 3. So plays out the Grounder for 4, which allows him to go into the Wing Draw. And that's pretty good.
Nice setup. So we have 2 potential ace threats on board. He also can just DNA next turn and just start doing damage if he would like. That will trash security, do sec +1. So I mean, if he has the Exa ace in hand too, so
yeah, and also Stack playing out the body gives Arby a target to do some like raid piercing shenanigans to like proc some of these effects, which is a little tough.
I think I definitely would have evoed in the back. I wouldn't. I understand the idea of like needing to find pieces, but
yeah, it's it's a tough situation. But yeah, now you've seen that sort of play get punished. Exa will go ahead, you do the DNA. But you do end up just bot decking it anyway, so I guess you don't really care too much.
He does hit a Knight's Device, which will suspend both Digimon. And they already suspended before, so they can't do anything.
Okay.
And then he'll just play a Jade Memory Boost. Is that Jade? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's Jade. Yeah.
Okay. Grabs a piece, falls out today.
Yeah. So, I mean, Stack is in a pretty tough spot here. You know, he's got 2 security left. He's got nothing on the field. Does have a Queen's Device ready to go, but I mean, still...
Doesn't really do anything.
Right, yeah, exactly. Right now, it's not really going to do much. Okay, we'll go ahead and play the Ace.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ace, when you play it, it's blocker. Not affected by opponent's Digimon effects, so that will give it a little bit of immunity there.
Raids into it.
Exactly. Raid, overflow, trash, swing, and the things.
Yeah. And that's it.
And that'll do it, yeah.
Pretty nice.
All right, so Arby, or Examon, does end up taking it in 2.
Yep, sir.
So yeah, I mean, I think a pretty decent showcase of what Exa wants to do. Like I said, it's an interesting deck. The top ends do some interesting things, which is nice to see. And it's also nice to kind of refreshing to see just Exa and Justy, which are arguably like 2 decks that weren't really high on the support chain as of late, finally get some well-needed support.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And hopefully we catch you on that next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.